Good morning, everybody. Today is January the 10th, 2021, Sunday morning. Getting ready for church this morning. Just want to talk to y'all a little about what is going on. I saw on the news this morning that the Republicans are calling for Senator Ted Cruz of Texas and Senator Josh Hawley of Missouri, Republican senators, to resign. Said they invoked the violence that happened last Wednesday at the state capitol. They are also trying to impeach Donald Trump, our president. They said even after he gets out of office, they're still going to try to impeach him. And they're also trying to make Congressman Rick Crawford of Arkansas to resign. Also because of they were the ones who rejected the electoral votes on Wednesday to try to stop the electoral votes for going through for Joe Biden to become president. If Senator Tom Cotton would have joined them, because it was a bunch of state senators and congressmen that was going to reject it, that would have sent it over to Congress to vote. Then whoever has the most votes that way would win. Either it'd still been Biden or it'd have been Donald Trump again. Right now we have some snow that is coming tomorrow. I said we can see maybe a half an inch to, I think, about it. But the most snowstorm is going to be down Louisiana, through Texas, Louisiana, and through the central part of Mississippi. But a lot of people are not used to driving in snow. So if you don't have to drive tomorrow, stay home. Because that's how accidents happen. I've been a truck driver for 16 years. I've seen a lot of accidents, and a lot of them due to snow, because people don't know how to drive. So tomorrow, when all this snowstorm comes through, if you don't know how to drive in it, stay home, stay off the roads, you'll stay safe. But if you do have to get out, drive slow, drive cautiously, and you'll be okay. I still drive big 18-wheelers. But I drive local for a farm when I'm still home every night. I'm not over the road no more. I used to pull tankers from coast to coast. And I was gone for a month at a time. I was always gone 4 to 6 weeks at a time before I ever got to come home. That gets old. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but I hear duck hunters off to the east of me duck hunting this morning. Because it is still duck season. I think that goes till January the 28th. Duck season does. But the thing is, what to prep for. Prep for what's going on in your area. Right now it's winter. Need to prep for cold weather, because if you don't have the right clothing, you get stuck out here. You don't know how to make a fire, don't know how to make a shelter, you can freeze to death of hypothermia. Also, the spring tornadoes. We have a lot of tornadoes in this area where I live at in Arkansas. Because that's part of being on the fire department. I get to go out and look for these things because I'm a storm spotter also. So that gets me out to help people if they do become trapped. But you also have to prep for flooding. Don't prep for a volcano if there's no volcano in your area. You don't need to be prepping for a hurricane if there's no hurricane that comes through your area. We have them come through here, but usually when they hit here in Arkansas, they are a tropical storm, but they just pack a lot of high winds. But that knocks out the electricity, so you need to prep for when the lights go out. Another thing you might want to be trying to prep for is an EMP. Because you never know when somebody's going to set one off. Or a solar flare could happen and knock out the electrical grid. Then we're back into the 1800s for no electricity. You need to know how to keep your food cold. You need to know how to keep it from spoiling so you can still eat it. You want to stock foods that you eat, not foods that you dislike. Like me, I don't like sardines, so I'm not going to put sardines in my preps. But like Spam, tuna fish, stuff like that, I will put in my preps because I eat it. I'm not going to put a bunch of stuff that I don't eat, because then when it comes down to it at the end, that's all I got to eat. I ain't going to eat it because I don't like it. But when you're starving and don't have nothing to eat, you're going to eat it because you're hungry. But prep foods that you like. Also have a way to make fire. Have a way to filter water. That's why I have the little tablets. You put it in the water to purify it. I also have the Sawyer mini straws. Later on, I plan on adding the Life straws just for extra backup later on to go with it, because they only filter up to so many gallons of water. I think the mini Sawyers filter 100,000 gallons of water. But then after 100,000 gallons, you got to throw it away and get a new one. I already have your backups in place. That way you can have your way to filter your water. But when it comes to prepping, prep stuff that you eat. Not stuff that your family eats, your kids eat, your wife eats. Don't prep stuff they don't eat. Like I try to prep a lot of stuff like raviolis and spaghetti meatballs because my family eats it. Roman noodles. My family eats them, so we put them in the house. We buy them. But the stuff that we do buy, we also use it on a daily basis. So that way we steadily rotate it in and out. I try to, as we use it, buy more to replace it. So that way the stock never goes down. Everybody's getting a $600 stimulus check. That's a good way to start buying food. You could get stuff cheap. You could go to Dollar General. A lot of their canned goods is 50 cents a piece. $6 for a case. 12 cans. It's a good way to start making food. Preps to put in. A lot of places you could go, you could get stuff for 70 to 80 cents a can. Also, Walmart sometimes has canned goods for 50 cents a can. I bought green beans several months ago that was 50 cents a can. I bought a case of corn and a case of green beans at $6 a case. But don't go out and, if you gotta pay bills, pay your bills. But if you could add some food, just enough try to start for 3 days. Have enough food put up. Then work your way up. Then the next thing you know, you got a year's worth of food. then work your way to 2 years. But if you live in a small space, you only have small space to store it. But if you live in a house where you got enough space, you store as much food as you want, try to stock up. Because the Democrats are calling for the Antifa and BLM to do damage to their patriots and the Republicans. So you need to be ready, be on guard, watch your backs. Bullets right now are hard to find. I know I've been trying to find hunting bullets for my deer rifle and I can't find them. So I have to limit myself of what I do shoot at with my bullets because I can't find none. So make sure you stock enough ammunition if you can, because you never know when you're going to need it. Like right now, everywhere I go, I make sure my pistol is in my truck, because you never know. But I don't put myself in situations to where I will need it. But I do have it in case something happens. This morning it is very overcast. They said it would be because of all the snow that's coming tomorrow. It is cold this morning, about 30-something degrees. But tomorrow when the snow comes, we're supposed to be down in the low 20s. So I'm finna get off here so I can get ready for church, me and my family, and y'all have a good day. Talk to you later.